Here's the old pallet we got today. We've got, alright, this is burnt umber. Don't usually use it, but just wanted to pull it out today. Emerald green, ivory black, ultramarine blue. This is titanium zinc white. I'm out of titanium white, so I had one bottle left. I probably should have bought more, but that's okay. Cad yellow light and naphtha red. That's the colors for today. Let's get started. And this is going to be Arch Rock in Mackinac Island up in Michigan. So that's what we're going to be painting today. And I have some 2-inch brush here. There we go. Alright, let's use this one. Flip them around. Okay. So there's a little sketch I've already done, kind of roughly outlining where stuff's going to be. This part's not really, I might redo that, but there's going to be sky up here, water, so there's going to be a lot of water down in here. This part's all going to be covered up though, so I'm not too worried about it. And then this is going to be part of the rock, and then the arch in the middle there. Oh, Kenneth's here. Hey Kenneth, good to see you. Glad for once caught you at the beginning, not halfway through. Yeah. Yep, right at the beginning. Right at the start. Alright, we're going to take ultramarine blue up here in the sky. We're going to put the sky in first. And this is a really nice bright blue color. Just going back and forth. Very small sky though, compared to usual. It's going to be mostly the big rock in the middle. And it's okay if I go over the line too. Not a problem. Oh, I might want to add some phthalo green here, but we'll do that here. Actually, I'm going to grab that real quick. I'm going to need some phthalo green for the water, just so it sticks out a little bit. Phthalo green blue shade. Hopefully I can open this. There we go. Now I have emerald green, which is phthalo green yellow shade. But if you're doing water stuff, you don't really want yellow shade. Unless you're doing like a swampy thing, then it might work. But normally I use phthalo green blue shade in the water. Makes it a lot more like water. Microphone just fell off. Hopefully you couldn't hear that. Let's just clip it back on here. There we go. Alright. And there's, I don't know if folks caught it earlier, there's a huge delay on the stream for some reason, so if I talk about something 2 minutes after it happens, that's why. Alright, so here's the phthalo green blue shade that I went out and got. I'm going to take my ultramarine blue, and I'm going to add some of that in there. And this should look a little bit more like water. And we can throw that in. This is the horizon, so I'm just going to tap here just to get a rough line. Doesn't have to be super straight. We can straighten it out. This way. There we go. Now pull left. And again, this is going to get mostly covered up by the rocks. So really the only part you're going to be able to see is this middle part, maybe in this top corner. And maybe some in this middle. But the rest of it's going to be the rock. There we go. Let's make this a little bit more flat. Just keep pulling to the left. There we go. Okay. Good as new. Alright, wipe this brush out. We'll be using it a little bit, mostly for foliage. There'll be a lot of foliage coming up. Alright, I'll move this magic white over here. So I have a knack of knocking it over. I do that quite often. Alright, so we've got the rocks here, or the water there, outline. We need to throw in some clouds, just some little tiny clouds. I'm just trying to figure out which brush I want to use. They're kind of small clouds, so I figure I'll use a smaller fan brush for those. But any size fan brush would work. There we go. And this is zinc white. It's a little, not zinc white, titanium zinc white, sorry. So it's a little bit different. It's a little more sticky, and it's not as strong. So let's hope it works pretty well. I've used it a couple times in the past, but not often. All right, little swirly motions here. These are going to be mostly far away. Mostly a little far away, fluffy clouds. There we go. And I'll blend these out too here in a bit. Little circles. Tiny circles. Maybe up here is just a little string on. Maybe in the middle too. There we go. I don't think I need my blender brush to blend these out just because they're so small. I could probably just use the fan brush. The original blender brush. Let's do a little circle. Blend out the bottoms. These ones I'll just go left to right, kind of fuzz them out a bit. Same with these big ones. This guy over here. You can also fluff them up with the fan brush. Don't have to use your big brush when you're doing small clouds like this. Just using the fan brush is okay. All right, there's our little clouds. Paul, hi. What are you painting? This is Arch Rock on Mackinac Island in Michigan. At least that's the goal. Might end up completely different, but that's what we're trying. There's also a huge delay on the stream, so if I say something that's really delayed, I don't know what's going on with it. It just says fair and that things are slow. That's all I got. That's all the feedback the restream's given me. Okay, so is this the same size? I believe it's the same size. I'm just going to put in some little water waves back here. Again, not too. I might actually use some of the phthalo green blue and then lighten it up just a little bit. Because I don't want it to be super. I don't really want this to show up much at all. So I'm just going left and right here. Kind of pushing in. There might be some water shapes. For the most part, it's going to look okay with just the base color there. I'm just tapping it to make it look like there's some movement. And then this isn't going to show up anyway, so as long as we got this back area, I might blend that a little bit. And then some down in here. Just a little bit though. Like it doesn't even need to be that much. I mean, that's going to get covered up too. So we're not worried about it. All right. Just wiping the brush off. One more time. Should be clean now. Congrats on 650. Yeah. A momentous occasion. It's good to see folks tuning in though. That's what I always appreciate more than the numbers, you know. Just recognizing the names that show up. Alright, this one's got cat yellow on the handle. I blew up that tube earlier, I don't know. I squeezed too hard on the tube. I guess I can show you what it was. I got this thing that you basically squeeze the tube and then do this. And I squeezed it too hard and I blew up my cat yellow. If you get one, don't squeeze too hard. That's my only recommendation. All right, let's put in. Are we ready for the land? I don't know. I don't know if we're ready. Gotta hype myself up a little bit. Okay. Just a little bit though. Not too much. Alright, there's that. Let's see. What color is this rock? Definitely going to be some ivory black in there. A little bit of sienna, burnt umber, not sienna. Give it a little more brown. And then a very small amount of white. There we go. That's good for the base. Alright. Moment of truth. Gotta put this rock in here. Where's the darkest part? Darkest part's right here. That comes over. Alright, there's the dark. And there's going to be a top part up here. And then, what else is there? We got to come down the side over here somewhere. That'll be kind of dark too, over here. We don't want a lot of paint though, so I'm going to try to take that off. Okay. Got dark there. There's going to be dark here, because there's a big tree here. I'm just going to whoosh that in. Big tree. Getting ready for him. And it goes up the side. Up the side. And then what else was there? It comes down here. And then there's another dark spot that I'm forgetting. But I think it's like right here. It's like another tree down here. And then this is all there's a walkway that goes across to see the bridge. So I'm just going to put some more dark in here because this has got to be really dark. Even under. Okay. Okay. I think there's a road back there somewhere, but that's okay. May not make it through the stream. Need to paint. Haven't in a month. Oh, that's okay. I understand. I've been having some motivation, time constraints, all kinds of problems lately. Just too much going on. Lots of stuff to do. Not enough time. Alright. I'm actually going to use my blender brush now to try and take off some of this. Not really take it off, just kind of smooth it out. That's what I mean. Same over here. Okay. Alright. That's enough of that. Wipe off that and then just kind of blend it out here. You just need dark colors up here on the actual rock. And there's a grassy type mountain thing up here. And this whole thing is just mountain, so probably just throw in more dark colors here, but I want more emerald green when I do that. Alright, let's use, what do we use, 2-inch brush? 1-inch, half-inch, palette knife? Let's use a palette knife. So we gotta throw in some rocks across the arch here. Some highlight. A little bit more burnt umber. There we go. Alright, which way do we want to go? Let's go this way first. This is just for texture. Okay, that comes down there. I'll grab some more white. A little highlight here. Pulling across. A little bit more of that over here. Pulling. do want a little bit more white there. Just the brightest up here. A little bit up there. Maybe blend it a little bit. There we go. There we go. Then we got to highlight the bottom down here a little bit more. Maybe pull this down a little bit more, something like that. Texture. That's all I'm going for here is texture. There's that. Get some more white. Highlight just a little bit up here. And maybe some on the very edge up there. Some up here. There. Paint Your Dream World. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, I missed everybody. It's good to see everybody back though. Alright. Grab some more of this white and sienna, ivory black color, rocky color. Just throwing this in because there's big rocks here. Then there's also a lot of plants growing around it. So we'll cover it. We'll throw that in around it. Let's see. Need some more green, some dark green color. Maybe we'll just use burnt sienna first, or burnt umber. I always mix those up. Alright, let's start throwing in the plant shrubbery. This is just a burnt umber and emerald green. Uncle 60's here. Hello. Hiding in the basement. New. Oh, is this a new one? This is it's just a 2-inch brush. I'm trying out Rosemary and Co's. See how they work. Because I can't get new Alexander art brushes because they don't sell them anymore, or they haven't sold them in a while. So I have to get some new stuff, try some new stuff. Alright, I've got to throw some rocks in there before I forget. Almost forgot. Alright, more of the same colors. Maybe a little bit darker though. More black. That's too much black. Alright, now let's just throw this in here. Just looking for a dark shade. Then I can come back over it with the 2-inch brush here in a second. There we go. Put that down here. There we go. Oh, I got paint all over my hand again. One of those days. Alright, let's take that color, add the white. Not enough white. This is ink white, not very strong. some rocks in here. Light rocks though, not light, but subtle rocks. They don't stick out too much. I say that, I'm probably going to throw some bright white in here. Alright, pull down. And down, maybe up and down, left and right, who knows. Throw one in down here. I'll pull this up a little bit, not too far. There we go. All right, that's good enough for that. All right. So we got those. We got some of the rocks. We got to highlight them a bit here. And I forgot a bush. Can't believe I forgot a bush. Classic. Gotta add one back here. And there's a road back here, but I don't feel like painting it, so I'm gonna leave them out for use my artistic license. Just leave them out. All right, let's just throw this in because this needs to be dark anyway, or green, not dark. I mean, it could be dark. I guess it's in a valley. A little recessed area. I can't believe it's only been 6 months since I started. Oh, wow. It's only been 6 months? That's crazy. Feels like years. Just kidding. I don't feel like that long. I haven't even been painting that long. This isn't getting very dark. It's bugging me. I probably put too much magic white on the canvas. That's usually what happens when I get an area that doesn't get dark when I put dark paint on it. Okay. So we got some plants here. We need some stuff over there, but let's highlight this. Let's get this side all wrapped up and then go over to that other side and start working on it. Here we go. Red Tree Industry Brush Company. $2.50. What a deal. Hot dog. I think these ones are like 10, maybe 12. So that's a lot. That's a lot better. $2.50, man. I gotta write that down. I'm gonna forget if I don't write it down. Okay, got it. I don't know if anyone else is like that. You forget stuff if you don't write it down, but that's all right. If I don't have a note, it just gets lost forever. All right. Also have two little 1-inch brushes here. Let's see. I need you to highlight one. This one. Some oil. Let's see. I'm going to do it over here so I don't spill anything else. All right. Put that down there. That's just a little dropper with linseed oil in it. And the green. And we got to lighten it with some yellow. So it's just emerald green, cad yellow here, and some oil. Hopefully it shows up. But this is the dark side, so we don't want too much highlight there. But on the top we do, so that's why I'm starting on the top, and then I'm going to work down. And just go over it a few times. And hopefully as I pick up more of this brownish, whatever color, it'll get darker. I believe it is. It's hard to tell. It's hard for me to tell once I get into these zones what colors I'm working with and what they look like, especially with greens. That's why I tried I don't know if anybody saw it, but yesterday I tried out some color mixtures that were supposed to be good for colorblind folks. There are a lot of subtle colors. I think maybe one day I'll try to use them on stream, but I have to hand mix them, so they don't always turn out so good when I do stuff like that. All right, I'm going to pick up some more, but I'm going to leave the dark color that wasn't... Oh. I said I was going to leave the dark color. I'm going to go pick up a big old batch of the cad yellow. You need a dark color for these bushes back here because they're under the shadow of the tree or the arches. Especially down here. There we go. They're dark. Okay, here we go. Sometimes we make mistakes. That's okay. Alright. So we got our little arch here. We got the left side pretty much. I mean, I could do some, I don't like that spot there, but we can fix that later. Let's work on the other side. And the other side has like a little walkway. I don't know if anybody's been there, but there's like a state park on the east side of the island. There's a little walkway up here that you can like walk on, and then it goes right up to the edge of the arches. But the good picture is back here at the front where you can see straight into the arches. Because this is where, not where my family's from, but most of my family's from Ohio, northwest Ohio, so all the Michigan area, that's most of the places that I've been to is up there. Alright. Let's add in, did we already highlight? Yeah, we already highlighted. So this is really just putting in more greens and browns and bushes and plants and all that. So I'll just use some black and some umber, some little green, 2-inch brush. Let's push it in. Start down here. And I'm only pushing in here because I need the tops to look like trees. The bottoms don't really need to look like anything. At least not right now. Bottoms we add highlights to, and that gives them shape. Come down here, do kind of the same. I don't think I've sprayed water on this canvas. I can usually tell once I start pushing it in, the whole thing moves. That's how you know. Alright. We did that base color. Was that the blocking in? Is that what they say? But we got some stuff that looks like plants up top, and that's all we really want. Let's try and do something in the middle here. What do we need to do in the middle? There are some plants here, just from what I remember. Trying to visualize. I guess we technically can do whatever we want. What do we want to do here in the middle? I don't know. Let's throw in some more bushes. Let's use the yellow, green, blue. Blue shade. This is still a 2.5-inch brush. I mean, this is pretty much all grown up, so nobody ever walks down there. They got signs that say you can't go down there. So we can just throw in some, where's my highlight? There it is. Some like darker green highlights. Darker green, not lighter green, darker green highlights. Darker green. There we go. Down here, up on this corner. I don't know if these can show up at all. It's hard for me to see from this angle what's going on. And we'll throw in a little path maybe, little rocks and stuff. So I do remember there being some of those down there. Umber, black, white, a little bit of all those colors here. I'm just gonna throw in some forward again because I hit it too hard. There we go. Grab some more. And I'll just throw plants over top of this here and there. Oops, tried a little too hard there. Alright, there we go. And I gotta highlight where we want the rocks to go as we move around a little bit on this. I know there's one here. Let's put one there. Rock here. And we'll cover them up with some plants. I think there's so much oil that I put in the brush that... Oh wow. Yeah, I put so much oil in my 1-inch brush here that I haven't needed to add any more since that first drop that I added. There's some white here. Let's do another little rock here. Oh, I can't see that one. Zinc white. Foiled again. Alright, here we go. This is going to be really bright. There's a rock. There's a rock. Everywhere's a rock. Rock. There we go. Maybe some here. Alright. Wipe this off. Grab our old 2-inch. Or 1-inch brush, not 2-inch. Alright, throwing some more bushes down here. Some around there. Grab some more yellow. Swirl it around. Push it up there. Alright, we got rocks there, we got rocks there. It's just looking a little too symmetrical here, I don't like it. There we go. We're just adding a rock here. Closing in. Maybe one there too. Getting angry with it. I gotta pull forward again. I keep pushing too hard. Alright, we got rock here. Got this guy over here. I'm gonna go over him a few times because I don't want to be that bright. And then we'll just mash around the bottom, push them back. This is a difficult composition. Yeah, I might have overcommitted a bit here. That's okay. Live and we learn, right? Do you mean the Fuller Brush Company? I was asking Uncle 60 about that, the brushes, yeah. There I go, mashing the canvas in again. Okay, I think we got, oh, there's a hair. There's always a hair. Got it. Alright. Kind of looks like it's pushed in there. It worked out. Alright, what do we want to... There's a hair over here too. It's hanging off the side. Alright, got it. Gotta do this path here. I don't know. I feel like I did too much here and it's ruined it, but let's just see where we end up. It's never ruined until the canvas is destroyed. We haven't destroyed the canvas yet, so there's still life in it. Let's put in our little, I'm going to use a flat brush here actually. I don't want to use a palette knife for this. Are you painting from a reference photo? I'm painting from a memory of a reference photo, so that's why it's a little all over the place. I've gone here before, and I have pictures of it, and I remember what the pictures look like, but I'm kind of winging it. Probably should have thought about it first. Or actually gotten one of my photos out and looked at it before. There's a path here, I know that. That's the part that I do know. There's a path that goes up this way. And then it goes right? No, left. It goes left. Why would it go right? It doesn't go right. Why would I think that? Yeah, it goes towards the over here. It goes that way. There's just a little overlook here. There we go. That kind of worked a little bit. Almost. Yeah, the horizon line is, you're like standing above the rocks, looking down into them. I probably should have pushed those down more. So like you're standing almost parallel with the rocks, looking out at the water. That's where because they don't let you walk down here. You're not allowed to go down there. And there's like a sign over here that says, no climbing. Alright, what am I doing now? I don't know how to paint chains, but this isn't a solid path here, it's a chain path. Or like a chain link walkway. Oh well. Let's get another brush. Probably use a script liner for this. I need to do some posts. But let's do actually I gotta do the highlights on the bottom first before I do this. We gotta highlight these guys a little bit. Probably need some more oil on them for once. Just not sticking at all. There we go. Maybe wipe this brush off too while we're at it, while we're over here cleaning stuff. And I think these would be in the sun. I don't know what I did with the highlights. Yeah, the sun should be coming this way, but I kind of went all over the place with it. Oh well. Oh well. So there should be some highlights on this bush here going left. Then they get darker as they come down. I need to put this should be more up. There should be like a tree right here. And it comes right next to the walkway. Let's see if we can do that. We can't just pull at the canvas and make it happen. I don't have abilities, psychic abilities. These are just all the dark colors. Alright, we need a tree that comes up. I'm probably going to destroy this rock here. Sorry, rock. It's been fun. Alright. too much phthalo blue or phthalo green blue shade there, but that's okay. All right. There we go. Yeah, it looks a little bit more like it's a tree up next to you. I'll do the same down here too. Okay. Now we can go back. Do this. A little this, a little that with the cad yellow. Touching in layers. I don't want to push too hard because then it'll make it look like it's a bush. I'm not going for bushes. I'm going for treetops. Okay, I think that's okay. All right, now we gotta add some little fence post thingies on this right side. We'll start back here. These ones are, actually we can start up here probably, don't matter. These ones are big because they're up close. I'm just using script liner with ivory black. Oh, my leg's on fire here. I'll turn that off. All right, let's keep moving forward. I can't see these ones because of the glare of this light over here, but hopefully they're somewhat symmetrical or straight. Maybe not. There we go. And I've got to work a little bit farther this way. Yeah, little tiny ones. Little tiny little fence posts. And there's a little, I don't know, those little things you put the quarters in that you can see through up here, but I haven't painted one. I just remember there being one there. Is Nate using water mixable? These are the Blue Ridge oil paints, so they're the regular ones. I haven't used my water mixable ones in a long time because I'm too lazy to mix my own magic white. Alright. Let's see if this works. I still have white on this flat brush, so I might just try to. Is that green? Is there green here? I don't have green there. I don't want green up here. Why is there green here? Get rid of that. Oh, now this brush is no longer white. So maybe we don't want to use it. I don't know. Let's keep going with it. Why not? Flat brush, white. We're gonna put some little highlights on these little post things here. Try and aim for the left. Is there one there? I don't know. There is now. Tap. You can use a palette knife for this too. Might work a little bit better. Alright, they're getting farther away. So we don't need as much details on those. Oop, oop. Little tiny ones back here in the distance. There we go. All right. Do we want to highlight this at all? I don't know. I don't really want to, but maybe I will. Just a little bit. And then we'll come back up here because it's a little too bright. Blend him out. There we go. You want to do the same up here? Maybe. that it? Want to add anything? What do you folks think? Do you want to add the little... I kind of want to add the little eyeglasses thing up there, but it's a little risky. We've extended our usual artistic license. Let's see. I think it's okay. Good enough, as I say sometimes. Grab the oil, dropping in there. Boop, boop. There we go. Script liner. This is a smaller script liner than usual. Naphthol red, very strong red. I'll put them over here. Signature. See if I can do this. I've been messing up the, there we go. I've been messing up the bottom line on the J's. So I've got to work on it. 2, 3. There we go. All right. That is Arches Rock in Michigan. Let's take it down. And this right knob doesn't work at all, so I gotta be careful when I unscrew it. There we go. A little bit more of a challenge than usual, but kind of came out okay.